guys, welcome to the Events Logistics subject. This is the second video. Remember, put your headphones or earphones on and let's go. Well guys, in the previous class we talked about the phases of an event. In fact, you made a homework about it. I already checked it and I hope you to fix it, right? Please make the correction, fix it, and send it to me again as soon as possible, right? Well, today we're going to talk about we're going to talk about some other topics, but first I would like to tell you about the importance of hotels for MICE tourism. Do you remember what MICE tourism is? M4, you remember? Meetings, I for incentives, C for congresses or conventions, and E for events, right? Well, hotels are important for this kind of tourism. What is this kind of tourism usually has a hotel as a venue. Why? Because the hotels have the facilities to have an event, because they have spaces for congresses, they have events, spaces for parties, for celebrations, they have spaces for meetings, right? And obviously, well, they give accommodation, they have food and beverages, so it's easier for a person who attends to an event to stay in a place with all these services together. And if the hotel is capable to offer also the venue, I mean the place where the event is going to be, that is perfect, right? That's why many hotels are considered as the venue for events, right? If they don't have it, maybe there is a convention center in the city or in the town where the event is going to be, but maybe the hotel has a convention center, or some hotel in that area has a convention center with the capacity to have an event or the event requires, right? Well, that's why the hotels are important, right? Well, I'm going to show you this slide. Okay, good. Well, I'm going to read the slide for you. Well, it says, one of the most common sites for MICE event is a hotel. Hotel can provide facilities, space and function rooms for MICE activities, accommodation, housing for business travelers who attend the MICE event, and food and beverage services at the event, as well as meals for travelers who stay in the hotel. Typical hotels have accommodation rooms, restaurants, ballrooms, meeting rooms, swimming pools, a business center, and more. In relation to MICE activity, a hotel plays different roles depending on its facilities and the size of the MICE event, right? And also the hotels, they have the staff, right, to that is required for this event. A hotel can give the food and beverage service in the consumption centers, or they can give the catering service with the staff that is required, right? Well, please, let's see this slide. You see the slide? Well, good. In this slide, it is possible to see, well, what we have here, like a circle that is divided, okay, is the 100% of the income that goes to a place, to a city where the an event is, right, or is done, or is organized, right? As you can see, the 50% of the income are or goes to hotel rooms, okay? It doesn't mean that all these 50% goes to the hotel that is the venue or the host hotel, hotel sede, we call it in Spanish, right? But considering the host hotel or the venue, if the hotel is a venue, and also the other hotels around the area, right? So this is very important because this represents a great amount of money that is going to the cities where the events take place, right? Uh, then the hotel restaurants, obviously, it means the restaurants of the hotel where the people stay. Then other restaurants that are not part of the hotel. Then hospitality suites, right? Then retail stores, because when we travel, we need other things, we need other stuff, okay? And local transportation, also entertainment. Usually the cities or the venues are uh, chosen because they are close to other attractions or to other local entertainment. Why? Because no matter what is the reason or the purpose of your trip to attend an event, or no matter the kind of event that it is, right? We always need a time for entertainment. Entertainment is a very important part of our lives, right? So we can't just work and work and work. Okay, we need a space to relax. Okay, and then we have other items that obviously the people need, right? Remember that when we travel, we need other services like medical services, like ATMs, banks, etc. Right? So just imagine all the money that goes to a place where the event is a congress, a convention, or no matter what the kind of event is, it is going to be something that is very, it represents a huge benefit for the local community, for the local service providers. That's why the events are very important in tourist destinations, and the hotel or the accommodation industry is very important for the MICE tourism, right? Because in hotels it is possible to find all the services, or almost all the services that are required. Okay. Well, we continue with the following topic. Well, in this topic, I want to show you this slide. Please check it. This slide represents all the areas that are involved in an event. In fact, this is like an organizational chart of an event company, event organizers company. Okay, look at it, please. Did you see it? Okay, perfect. First, we have at the top the board of directors. It means the people who give orders, and or maybe who are going to give the, who are going to organize, or the general managers of the event or something like that, right? Then we have finances. The finance area, the finance department for an event, it has fundraising. What is fundraising? Fundraising is to gather money from the people who support the event. It is not the same that sponsorship. We are going to check what a sponsor is. A fundraiser or a fundraising represents an income, but the support of every single person that is supporting, okay, or the amount of money that from every person that is supporting is not big, right? For example, to make a collect of money around the town, or around the local providers, or around the owners of companies or something like that. But this is not like sponsorship, okay? They are just supporting with some money, or maybe some important members of the society, and they want to give money to the for the event. That is fundraising, right? Or some philanthropies or something like that. Okay. Well, then we have sponsorships. Now the sponsorships are providers or companies, okay? But in a sponsorship, we have well, we have benefit for the people who is going to give the support, and for the event organizers. right? In fundraising, usually the people who give the support, they don't get anything in change up, right? But in this case, the sponsorship is going to get something that usually it is promotion for the business, promotion for the company, or whatever, right? Usually they give money or they support with other kind of research to the event, but they receive some promotion in the, maybe when the event is promoting, okay, they mention the brand, they mention the company, or the person or who is or that is supporting the event. It is a win-win, we can say, a ganar-ganar, we say in Spanish, right? Because both of them are getting something, right? It represents a benefit for both parts, okay? And then we have the budget. This area is in charge of creating the budget. This budget needs to consider the money that the company owns for organizing the event, the money for fundraising, and the money for sponsorship. They need to consider all these and also all the resources required to create a budget. At the end, the budget is going to define the size, the services, and all the elements that are going to be involved in the event, right? And then the control. They need to have a way to control the spends, to control the expenses. Sorry, to control the money that is available for organizing the event. Right? Then we have the marketing. The marketing is the department that is in charge of promote, right, the event. They need to create a market plan. They need to make a research. What kind of research? Usually these research are to know if the profitability of an event, to know that what is the benefit of having an event, or if it is going to, or if the people or the local community really need to have this event. If not, it's like a marketing research, right? If not, they won't know, or they won't be successful if they create an event that maybe is not necessary or is not attractive for the people. What other kind of research? Okay, research like research about providers, right, and about all the external elements or external companies that maybe can be involved into the event, okay? And also the facilities, the venues, the services, and everything that is needed to organize the event, okay? Then theming, what is that? Is to create the concept, right? Or to create the theme of the event and everything that is around it, okay? And ticketing, they need to be in charge. Well, they are in charge of ticketing, right? To create their own tickets and to control them, but that is something difficult if we consider that there exist or there are events that are huge, or events that are for hundreds or thousands of people. Usually in these cases, they hire or they make deals with other companies that are in charge of ticketing, like Ticketmaster, like Boleto, like among others, right? When it is impossible for them to control all the tickets, if there will be a lot of attendance, sorry, to the event. Just in that cases, when they don't have like a lot of attendance, they can control the ticketing. Okay. Well, then the planning. What is the planning? Well, in your phases of events, you have a lot of activities related to what happened previous to the event, or the previous activities that take place before the event, right? Well, They are in charge of creating strategies to make also research about all the elements that they will need for their planning, and the policies. They need to create policies. What are the policies? The policies are the rules. What is allowed or not just during the event, okay, but also related to the deals that the organizers create with the supporters, right, or with the sponsors, or with all the external elements that are involved in the. Sorry, it was my son who moved this. Well, that are involved in the event, okay. And finally, the evaluation. Evaluation is a very important part, because thanks to the evaluation, you will know if your event was successful, what it is important to take in account to improve your event, or what is important to do again or not to do, what is important to avoid to do because maybe it was not a good idea. But for this you need to take in account not just attendance, but the guests, sorry, and all the people or the companies that participate in your event, even the staff, right? If the conditions were good, if the venue was correct, if all the services were correct and everything, you need to measure, you need to control everything to know that your event is successful, and in the future to use that information to have a more successful event, right? Then you have administration, secretarial, reports and supply. Well, all the administrative part of the events organization, right? Reports about what all the formats that are required, right? Even the formats about the providers that are going to give you what you need, well, or where the ones that are going to sell you all the supplies that you need for your event, right? And also the supplies and suppliers, right? The companies that are going to give you all the supplies that you need. They are going to sell you all the supplies that you need. Remember, you need to look for the best supplier, and to have a good relations between the price and the quality of the supply that you are getting according to your needs. Okay? And well, we have concessions. What is a concession? The concession is like a permission that you are going to give to external element, to external provider, to external company to participate in your event, or to sell maybe their products in your event, or to promote their brand in your event, or something like that. You are going to give some permissions because maybe your event is very relevant and they need to get the attention of the public. They need to get the attention of the people, right? So in that case, you are going to give some concessions or some permissions to be in your place where a lot of people is going to be or is going to attend, right? Then the personal volunteers. This is people who participate in your event but for free. Okay, they participate because they want to be involved in that, or maybe to participate in the event is important for their curriculum. Okay, and they want to be part of it, or maybe just because they feel identified with it and they want to be part of it. Okay. Then the employees. The employees are all the staff that you are going to hire to be part of the different areas in your event. Okay. Then the committee assignments. What is the committee assignments? You are going to create some committees if you have a great or a huge event. Okay. Remember, you have a logistics. In the logistics, you are going to give responsibilities to the people. Okay. But when you are talking about groups, a small group of people, small groups of people that are going to be responsible for some actions, okay, those are called committees. Okay, and records. Obviously, you need to have an evidence of everything that happened before, during, and after event. These records can be something visual, right? An audio recording, it can be a document or whatever, but a way how you are going to prove, to evidence your everything that happened in your event. Not just the evidence that the event took place, but about the problems that you have, how you fix them, how you managed everything, etc. Okay? And then you have a person in charge of the program about the entertainment, the activities that are related, to create a schedule about every single activity, how, where, and when it's going to take place, and the awards and prizes if it is necessary according to the kind of event, right? And finally, evaluation. Venues, equipment, security, parking, and hospitality. What is venues? It's everything related to the venue, I mean to the place where the location, well, the event is going to take place, right? The equipment, all the equipment that is required about for sound, for projections, for maybe you need extra seats, or everything that you need, all the resources that you will need, okay, that can be considered as equipment, okay, they are going to be in charge of it. The security is a very important part, okay. Security, who is going to control, or personnel who is going to control maybe the entrance, okay, maybe in the entrance and in the exit of the event, that everything is in control, then there is not any kind of disorder in the event or any kind of problem, or to avoid those problems to happen, you need some security people, right? And these people needs to be trained to assure you that that no matter what happens, everything is going to be under control, okay? And obviously they need to know or to have knowledge about first aids, for example, right? And finally, hospitality. Hospitality, we obviously we talked about where the people is going to stay, and all the attention, all the service that the people are going. The people obviously that is not the attendance. Well, also the attendance if there is maybe a festival. Okay, you will need a place for accommodation, but usually this is for the organizers and the staff that is in the event. Well, you need accommodation for these people who is working, because they are not going to leave, they are going to stay after the event, and they are going to be in charge of all the activities before, during, and after, right? And obviously all the services that they need accommodation, and they need food and beverages, they need the catering, they need a lot of services. That's hospitality, okay? And well, in general, these are the activities, or this is like an organizational chart of an events company, right? In hotels, it is something different. It is something smaller, because they already have their areas, and their areas have their functions. But during an event, all or almost all the areas participate to ensure that it is going to be successful, right? So let's go to let's see this slide. It represents, or it shows the organizational chart of events department in a hotel. Well, this is the organizational chart of the department of the events department in a hotel, right? Well, at the top we can see the groups and convention executive director or manager. It depends on the hotel, right? Well, this is the person in charge of managing everything related to the events, right? Then we have public relationships. What is public relationships? Public relationships is in charge of create the links, the connections that exist between the hotel and the other companies. Which companies? providers, suppliers, clients, and um, potential clients. Right? They create the relation and they negotiate, okay, to make the deals. Then we have convention sales manager. Remember that the hotels, if they have the facilities, they will look for clients that are going to hire the hotel services, right? In difference from the organization chart of an events company, in this case the hotel needs to sell the facilities, its facilities, okay? Facilities that obviously are focused on events, right? They have a convention sales manager that is going to manage the sales related to the conventions and events. The sales executive who is the person who is going to give personalized service to the clients, and obviously the organization staff, all the stuff related to the sales. Then the group sales manager, because remember that the hotels, they work with groups. It's groups can come from companies, can come from maybe travel agencies, or from other companies, and they are in charge of manage these groups. Well, the sales that come from these groups, or the service of the event to these groups. And finally, the marketing manager. What is the marketing manager? Is the person who is going to be in charge of give the promotion on all the advertising and everything, all the elements that are focused on make the people know about the event, right? And obviously the marketing is very important, because thanks to the marketing, something can be sold. If something is unknown, is going to be sold. So that's why the marketing department, the marketing area, is very, very important. Well, this is the class of today. I'm going to be uploading more material to the platform, so please be aware of it. Or today or tomorrow, but I'm going to upload more material and homework. So, well, that's it, guys. I hope you have a great day, and you have a very good weekend. Enjoy the weekend, and always be happy. Peace.